Hi, Tom Cody, coach for Buckeye Cable and BCSN, and really it's an honor and privilege for me to be able to interview a great friend and one of the outstanding golfers in the history of Toledo golf, Mr. Mike Stone. Stoney, welcome in. It's so great to have you. And I want to congratulate you right off the top. Tell the folks you won the Toledo Open.
Correct.
And where was it played? Take us inside. How did that go for you?
It went great. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate that. It was at Belmont Country Club.
Which is a great course.
It was a great golf course, and it was set up great. The rough was high. We had some rain before the tournament, so the course was playing long. And Belmont's got really moundy, hilly greens,
right.
And so they did a great job with the pins. And so, but it was great. I shot 2 under the first day. Didn't play bad. The weather wasn't great, but left a couple out there. And then the second day, it was perfect conditions, and kind of knew I had to make a run at the lead. The leader was at 5 under, so I just kind of hoping to get to 5 or 6 under for the tournament. Ended up shooting 7 under the second day.
Wow.
To get into 9 under for the tournament. Just had a great day, and it was, I hit it solid, made all the putts I was supposed to make, and
so that's a huge win for you.
Yeah, it was huge, and I won it 2 years ago in 2012, the same way at Sylvania. I was 6 shots back going the last round and shot 64 in the last round, and
64?
64, and it was a tough weather day, and
wow.
Just had it going. So something about the Toledo Open kind of gets the battery going.
You're starting to own it.
Yeah,
You're
owning
exactly. The Open. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's been great. So
Stoney, let me ask you, like when you have one of those days where it's all going right, does that start early for you? That in the first couple holes, you're hitting it solid, you're feeling good, you're hitting it on the screws, everything's right. Do you feel that, or is that something that just gains momentum during the round when you start dropping a couple of putts?
You kind of, I had a good warm-up session, so you kind of indicate that, how you're hitting and warming up. And I got off to a good start. I birdied 1 and 2 off the bat. And you start thinking, okay, maybe, and you're kind of playing the chaser as opposed to the chasee, which is a little, when you're getting chased down, I think you're a little more, tentative. I said, well, let's go for it here, and then I birdied 4 and 6 to get to 4 under, made the turn 4, and then got 10 and 11 to get to 6. So I think, okay, and everything felt, and then you just kind of keep rolling with the round there, and then got one on 16, and then hung on it coming in 18 there. So
I got to ask you off air. We were chatting. Tin Cup was on. It's one of the all-time great sports movies ever. But when Tin Cup's on the tee for the Open, and he starts shanking them and hitting them into the pros.
Yep.
Tell folks who you lined up next to when you were in the Open. Who were you next to?
When I played the U.S. Open in 1999, there was a spot open next to Tiger Woods in the driving range. And
yeah.
And my caddy actually went in and put the clubs down before I even got there, and he kind of nodded to me to come on in. But you're tentative at first, but in Tin Cup it didn't work out so well for him.
Yeah,
so,
but you were hitting him okay.
It was hitting him okay, but at first, the first couple minutes there, you're definitely
a little intimidated.
It's a different surrounding, a major championship like that. But it was great. And then the same thing when you go to the first tee like that. They call your name and you're thinking, wow, this is really something.
This is the big time.
I just want to get it airborne and get it out there, and let's not hurt anybody at that point.
I love it.
Yep.
Hey, junior golf. Your mom, Karen, has been one of the great people in junior golf. What did junior golf mean to you?
Gosh, it meant the world. It got us started in golf. My mom's been involved with the organization for 34 years, and she got into, I think, when I was 10 or 11. So junior golf gave us everything. Gave us a chance to play golf competitively, to find out, if we liked it or not, and then it, kind of gave you a breeding ground for, and it's such a great program, so many great people in Toledo. So it was nothing but a positive.
You're a great teaching pro out at Fallen Timbers. What is the hardest thing to teach an average hack like me that would come out to you? I mean, you got to be frustrated because I've seen some bad golf swings. What's the hardest thing to teach, Stoney?
The hardest thing that I see is that people just they get bad info from people. So they've heard keep your head still, keep your left. So
all the different tricks.
They come with all these thoughts and ideas that they're going to do. They almost want to give them the lesson to themselves. So you got to say, okay, let's take a step backwards. Let's videotape it, take a look at it, and then now we'll work on what we really need to work on, as opposed to what your buddy told you on the back nine on Sunday afternoon.
Got it.
So you got to undo those habits.
All right, 3 very quick things because we got to go.
Okay.
Jack Nicklaus says the equipment is too good, the golf ball technology is too good. They're going to have to somehow scale it back. Yes or no?
I would say no right now, because I still think you can make golf courses difficult by firming the greens up. So I just played a tournament and the greens are really firm. It does go a long way, but you do need to, you got to be careful. But they can do certain things with golf courses. Still, Marion played great last year in the Open. It's the shortest course in history of the U.S. Open. So.
Okay. Tiger's back. Is he going to be able to come back and ever be Tiger?
I think so. I think it was good that he parted with his swing instructor, actually. That's my opinion. Maybe that isn't. I think the psyche got damaged more than the back did. I think the back is a problem, but I think it's he needs to get more confidence back.
Last thing, Ryder Cup. We're not getting many plaudits there. Can we compete?
I think so. I think it becomes a putting contest. It's a different format with the alternate shot and the best ball. So if we make a few putts, those guys they're great players, I'm sure, but they've got their work cut out for them.
Mike Stone, one of the greatest golfers in the history of Toledo. Keep up the great work. You're helping so many people, and go win some more tournaments, Stoney.
Hey, great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, Mike. Tom Coley, coach for Buckeye Cable and BCSN.